just a fool. The babies cried as the Bible spoke, and the grinning dog said it's just a joke. They called me mad when I laughed out loud. I don't fit into a crowd. Oh, you treat me like a fool. You think I'm just a fool. Let me be the first to say there's plenty more of that and where it came from today. Thought we always had the clues. I never ever meant to hurt you. Always knew my mind was sane. Water flowing in my veins. Oh, you treat me like a fool. You think I'm just a fool. Oh, you treat me like a fool. You think I'm just a fool. Oh, you treat me like a fool. You think I'm just a fool. Oh, you treat me like a fool. You think I'm just a fool.
And now, the only morning show in town that gives you the fiber you need without the bloating.
That is right. Morning News Radio. Wow, that's my good friend Ed Roman. For those that don't know, I mean, we play his music here on the show. I'm kind of partial to Ed. I like Ed. I like his music. Good stuff. Good, intelligent music. Good, intelligent music. But music is... That's Ed Roman. That's who we play here at Morning News Radio. Get out there. His new album, Red Omen, came out last year, actually. I have to get with him and find out where his new one's coming. See if he's back in the studio. I know he's been. He writes all the time. He's one of these singer-songwriters, producers. Who knows what's always running through his head. But you are listening to Morning News Radio. I am your host, Jeff Norton. It is 6:34 a.m. And wake up, sleepyhead. You know, I still haven't had my cup of coffee yet. I haven't had my sip. Here we go. On the air. Here we go. On the air. Wow, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Had my first sip of coffee. And everything. Here's one. I don't. This is a little dangerous, right? They tell you, don't, especially in radio, don't open up things you don't know what they are. But this is just sent to me. This is in for North Korea's preparation tomorrow. That's right. It's North Korea. I don't know what it is. Let's see what this is here. It is the North Korean national anthem. Enough of that. That's too early to do in the morning as I go through it. You know, we have these things in radio. We the old cart machines. These were tape machines that you'd put in and hit a button, and it would play. Just a loop, basically. They call them the old cart machines. Well, we have digital cart soundboards. And so yesterday I received via my Dropbox a huge soundboard. That's right, a huge soundboard with a bunch of audio clips. I have to take a look at that. I mean, literally about 6,000 various audio clips. I haven't had time to peruse them, but you'll hear them. The good ones. We will make sure that we verify these things as I'm going through this, sitting there going, oh my goodness, there's a lot here. There's a ton here. It's amazing. It's utterly amazing. Here we go. Here's one for you.
Hi, this is Sharon, your local Google specialist. We have a front page.
Wait, is this a real person?
Business like yours and can guarantee front page placement with unlimited.
Hello?
Your call is being transferred to an account specialist now and may be monitored and
Hello?
recorded for quality assurance and training purposes.
Hello?
Thank you for holding. This is Kevin. Can I get started with your first name, please?
Hello?
Yes, hello. How you doing today?
Yes?
Yes, would you like to have your business listed on the front result page of Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Yeah.
And I didn't get your name.
Okay, so I just woke up from a nap and I'm kind of groggy. So can you maybe start over, go a little slower?
Okay, and are you looking for local or national exposure?
Yeah. You know what? I was just finishing up an email and I missed that part.
Oh, geez, hang on. There's a bee on me. Hang on. There's a bee on my arm.
Are you serious?
Is there a bear on you now?
Oh, yes! Did you see that? Oh, man, are you watching the game?
Are you f***ing stupid, man?
You know, I was having trouble concentrating because you sound exactly like somebody I went to high school with. You know that feeling when you just wake up, you need a couple minutes to think and figure out what's going on, maybe get some coffee. Do you drink coffee? Hello?
You f***ing scammer.
Oh, yeah. So stuff like that. I got a bunch of these in, about 6,000 of them. So I know what I'll be doing for the next couple of days, going through these one-liners. And that actually reminded me. Have you ever gotten or received... I had this happen the other day. It was a national alarm company. I won't name the name because this was pretty funny. So I get this phone call on my cell phone right out of the blue. You know, you guys get them, right? You're like, what's this number? And, you know, your phone's on the, I don't know. I put my phones immediately on the do not call list, right? I make sure that's the first thing I do when I get a phone number. Put it on the national do not call list. So I get this phone number. And, you know, these salespeople, these scammers, and I'm in the business. I'm not in the scam area of the sales business, but I'm in the phone business. So I know how they do it. I know their technology. But now they're getting a little sneaky. They're actually getting phone numbers that are local to your area. And, well, the caller IDs. See, what they've done is they have figured out how to make their phone say it's not really a caller ID for them. Right? It's not real. But what they do is they put in your local. It's a computer. It's software. So right before they call your number, if they see that your phone number has a certain area code, what they'll do is they'll program that caller ID in right before they make the phone call. So that way it appears as a local number to you, right? Yeah, they do that. That's what they're doing now, some of them. And so I get this phone call from a local number, and I'm sitting there on my cell phone going, what the heck? And so I didn't know what it was, so I called it back. I hit redial. And, of course, it puts me back, and it's my alarm company. Now, my contract for my alarm is up here next month. And so the guy proceeds to ask me a bunch of questions, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. You called me. He's asking me my name and all sorts of things. And I'm like, well, wait, you called me. I'm responding to your phone call. And he goes, well, I'm XYZ so-and-so company. Well, I'm like, well, I'm Donald Trump. I'm freaking Donald Trump. How do I know who you are? And so, of course, we go on for about, I need to start recording these conversations. and putting them on the air. That reminded me. I'm going to put an app on my phone. There's an app for that. Well, I'm going to get one. I'm going to start recording these conversations and sharing it with you because I call it messing with bill collectors. Right? I get a phone call. I've had this phone number for about 2 years, ever since I moved to Florida. And I'll get a phone call for Trayvon. I won't say his last name on the air, but his name's Trayvon. So you can imagine the ethnicity, right, from that. I'll go on for like 5 minutes with these people trying to get in touch with Mr. Trayvon. And I go about 5 minutes and I mess with them. I figure they're calling my phone, so why not? I need to start recording these and putting on the air. The last one the old, oh no, he's not, because obviously these are bill collectors, right? That are calling for Mr. Trayvon. And so I always say, no, he's not available. Who's this? And we go back and forth. And then finally I, usually throw in there and say, well, he's in Hawaii or he's on vacation. He just won the lottery. Bill collectors don't like to hear that. So I always go into that. Always go into to that funny little joke. And I mess with them. And that brings on about another, 5 or 6 minutes of frustration for them. But it's pure entertainment for me. So I need to, like I said, I need to record that for you guys. Play those on the air. Yeah, so next time a bill collector calls you, so just mess with them. Mess with them. Have fun. Don't be, serious. Mess with them. Just give them a really, really hard time. Give them the runaround. Give them the runaround. There's a reason why they're calling you. And if they're not calling to talk to you, if they're calling to talk to someone else, really mess with them. Because what do you care, right? What if you think about it? What do you really, really care about it? About what they say or about what they think? And trust me, it's just a job. These are guys that work in these call centers. It really is a job. There's two types of bill collectors. There's guys who are bill collectors who are looking for a job because they can't pay their bills. And the a-holes. Guys that really get off. I had a next door neighbor, or actually he lived upstairs from me when I lived in Illinois. And he loved his job. This guy would brag about the misery and the pain that he brought people. He would literally brag about it. He loved his job. He was a bill collector, and he would tell me stories about things that he did to people, and I guess this is his way of feeling good about himself, right? And and the misery that he inflicted on people because he could. And he would. And he bragged about it. He loved it. Well, needless to say, I bumped into him. I was in Milwaukee getting gas. And he was there. He apparently worked in Milwaukee. And we bumped into each other, a few years later. I moved. And we kind of catching up and everything. I asked him, how are you doing? How's the job? I love it. Yeah, starts to go into basically whose life he's gonna ruin or make miserable that day. I'm like, well, how's the kid? Oh yeah, kid's fine. He had a son. Kid's fine. Well, how's his wife? His wife was sick or had a ailment. Oh, she left me. And his whole demeanor changed. He